Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's Thursday Thoughts. I'm sitting outdoors today, so apologies if there's any extra noise in the background. This week I wanted to chat about knowing your baseline, because I've been working this week on a bunch of different presentations and resources to use in some future events coming up. And I also did some presentations this week working with some mums. And I realised that sometimes I come back and return to my baseline, and that requires a little bit of conscious thought and some conscious activity from me. So for example, in these busy weeks where I have lots on and I've got lots to do, it's very easy to become quite fatigued and tired and overwhelmed with the workload. And I have to balance that workload with the things that I want to do as well, which is, like going to the gym and spending time with friends and doing things like that as well. But sometimes I really have to make a conscious decision to do something to help myself return to my baseline. So I know I might have dropped below my baseline in terms of my fatigue. And usually when I'm feeling fatigued, I'll also be a little worse off in terms of my hydration. I'll be worse off in terms of my nutrition goals and the things that I'm eating, because I might be eating, like on the run, for example, and therefore not getting enough of the right nutrients in my diet. And I definitely lack in sleep and rest when I'm feeling that under baseline. And I have to make some really conscious decisions to get myself back to my baseline again. And that might be things like deciding to put aside whatever that work was for the rest of this day so that I can recover properly and get myself feeling more rested. It might be like, for example, I'm going to choose on Friday to take myself to the sauna and recovery boots and spend an hour of my day there. Of course, I have other things I could be doing with that hour of the day that might be more productive, but that's actually going to help me get back to my baseline this week and help me feel better to be able to then tackle more in the week to come. So I'm aware that not everybody would know what their baseline is or even have ever thought of that before. So it's something that you might like to start thinking about and start to consider, how do you know, first of all, what your baseline is? So how do you know when you're feeling fine? Take note. You might have to acknowledge, how many hours sleep did you get per night this week? Did you eat well this week? Did you drink more water than normal? Or were you able to drink your quota that you wanted to access in the week? What were the things that supported you to be at baseline, supported you to feel good? Because once you know it, then you know how to get back there. Once you've been able to identify that you may have fallen under baseline for something. And there might be weeks where we're just feeling on top of the world and we're above baseline and we're operating super well. I absolutely have those weeks as well where I'm just feeling amazing. And I can't always pinpoint why that is either. But when I think about it with more depth than that, I know that I'm feeling amazing because I've reached every target that I've set. I am sleeping well, I am eating well, I am hydrated, I am socially connected, I'm doing things I enjoy, and I'm getting, productive work done in my work days. So know your baseline. If you've never even thought about it before, start thinking about it now. What do you need to maintain a healthy baseline for you? Have a great week, everyone. Bye.